This is Phil Bell on the Daily Mojo with your morning update. The old gray cat lady, the New York Times, recently did a piece on the New York City transit system, and they found out that almost half of bus passengers are riding for free. Now, to be clear, the transit system is trying to charge them money, but they're simply not paying, and that has created a massive financial problem for the agency. Now, you would think they would be very, very enthusiastic about finding a way to get everyone who takes the transit system, whether it's the trains or the buses, to pay their fares, but they're not. While they are making an effort in the subways, they're very concerned about the poor and violent in New York City not wanting to pay to ride the bus. Now, that should mean something because they're also the same agency that's whining about having a massive fiscal deficit. And therefore, they worked with Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul and Democrat President of the United States Joe Biden in order to attempt an obnoxious congestion pricing scheme that would charge anyone who attempted to enter half of Manhattan a tax just to go there. Now, you're probably wondering, but Phil, I don't live in Manhattan. I don't live in New York City. I don't take the bus there. I don't really care what happens. And ordinarily, I'd say you're right. But the thing is, the congestion pricing scheme, although it is on hold, is something that could become very real in New York City. And if it becomes real in New York City, the result will ultimately be court decisions that make it possible for other localities to impose this in other places. So what happens if you have to drive into Columbus, Ohio, even for a couple of hours to do a job there? What happens if later on, maybe a smaller community that you live near decides to do the same thing? And of course, what happens when they attempt to use the same logic? Oh, our transit system is failing. Our water system isn't working well. There's a problem. We need extra money, rather than managing the finances they have. That's why we as patriots have to be vigilant against this and to point out the way that many, whether we're talking about Republicans or Democrats, although primarily Democrats, mismanage the massive amount of money that is stolen from us in taxes every day. So what I want you to do is to make sure to stay up to date on what's going on by downloading the Daily Mojo smartphone app and enabling notifications. You'll know the next amount of crazy that's coming down the pike and how to fight back. We'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day.
Phil Bell's Morning Update is only on the Daily Mojo.com.